welcome back to another episode of the TNT Boys podcast. Today is May 2nd. We're in May. This is Sam Moore, and I'm Kale Daly. Sam.
How's it going, everyone? Sam here. TNT Boy extravaganza here. Joining Kale, as usual. Happy to be back here in the bomb shelter, doing another episode.
Just another day in the bomb shelter.
Just another day, man. Another Saturday afternoon in the bomb shelter. Happy to be here, joined with Kale. We're going to talk some more foosball stuff today. And
Still haven't found my laptop charger cord. So I'm still on the phone. But we should be all right in the morning.
But anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll get this show on the road. Kale, how's your week been?
Another week of making money. Busy.
Making that money, making that moolah, the pesto.
Lot of drive.
The green stuff.
A lot of drive time for my job, so
Yeah.
went to a new area I've never been before. Did not like it, but it is what it is. Actually, I just didn't like how how it went, I guess, for their system they got out there to deliver. But
Where's this at?
oh, it's the new Pierce solar panel project they're doing. It's not even in Pierce. It's on the county line. It's like north of Norfolk, like half hour away. And then the west road is closed, so they can make it wider for like the stuff and whatnot. So I had to go back the other way.
So you had some problems there?
A little bit. A lot of miscommunication on their end out there. So
That's always fun.
other than that, no, it was pretty decent. The little one, the other little dog we got, had a hard haircut.
I saw that.
Looks like a little lamb. I'll have to insert a picture, but I'll probably say that and forget and do it.
He looks like a stuffed animal.
He does. He looks like a teddy bear.
He does.
Um,
Stuffed animal, teddy bear, dog.
just like he's like, is DJ ready for his haircut? I'm like, you mean JD?
DJ?
Yeah,
They said that?
yeah.
Oh, man.
I did. I went to the one here in town. She does great work. So
Yeah.
Ashley.
I finally got my paws on the new 7-Up flavored Ghost, and it's really good.
What are your
I'm
thoughts?
drinking one right now. It tastes like 7-Up.
I bought last night when I was at Hy-Vee. I bought Peace Tea. Started doing small cans of Peace Tea.
If you like 7-Up, you'll like the 7-Up flavored Ghost, and I'm not sponsored by Ghost.
No free shout outs.
But I'll tell you this, it is officially part of the rotation, and I have 3 flavors. I like the cherry limeade. The 7-Up is second right now. Number 3 is Welch. Welch's grape crayon. It's very good.
When you say crayon, I think of crayon.
Yeah, I know you think of the colors. Cranberry, guys, just so you know, I'm not drinking.
I like to eat my crayons.
Nope. Maybe.
What are you, a Marine? No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, crayon eater. Anyway.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. But no, it's been a good week for me. Pretty much a regular week at work, just regular day-to-day stuff, training clients, working out, running my classes, meetings, all that good stuff. So we're back here and ready to get back at it. So,
We went to swearing is caring last week too. So
yeah, I figured we were past that. Actually, talked about that last week too.
oh yeah, I forget.
Swearing is caring was good. Swearing is caring was good. I just botched that right at the beginning. Swearing is caring was
We
good.
recorded on Sunday. That's right.
We
Okay.
recorded on Sunday last week, and it worked out because the NFL draft was over. We were able to recap it,
Yeah.
and like the whole thing.
Golly.
And that was, but now the draft's over.
You better put me down like all the
Swearing
other.
is caring's over, so it's kind of we're getting into a kind of a really slow type of
The
season
slow,
for
yeah.
football, especially NFL. But there's still some headlines around the league, and we're also going to talk some college football. And
I did forget to put about the hype that's going around about UFL and Omaha. So
oh yeah, we'll talk about
forgot
that.
to add that in there, but
We'll
good thing I remembered.
yeah, good thing you remembered. Kale's
somewhat
really good.
functional now.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's waking up. You up? Are you up?
No, I'm sitting down.
You live?
I'm sitting down.
Are you live?
I think we're live.
Okay, we're live. All right.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right. I think we're started now. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into it. NFL, obviously, we'll start with the good old National Foosball League, Football League. Some around the league stuff. We got Bills just starting the AFC East like usual. GM Brandon Beane shuts down any trade interest rumors in wide receiver Keon Coleman. He has stated his best year is yet to come. I
agree with that. You know, he's I looked at his stats earlier. You know, he was 100 yards off from his previous season. And
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it.
Hiccups.
I think he's I think he's gonna be a steady receiver for them, either in their second receiver slot or their first receiver slot. You know, because Josh Allen needs all the help he can get. Finished with 400 and some yards last year, and then, like I said before that, it was like 500 and some. And then I think they're looking at him potentially being a superstar for them or a star, and be a good offensive weapon for them.
That's and I'm similar. It's like he's still young. He's only going into his third year. Like, give him some time to develop. Like,
yeah.
Some of these guys, they're not going to be Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson right off the bat. Like some players actually need time to develop. People are so quick to write off certain players, like, oh, he sucks. Oh, he's not going to be shit. Like, he's done. Give him a chance, man. Like, he's got the intangibles. He's a big, fat. Well, he's not super fast.
I heard fat. I'm like, wait a minute.
I was gonna say fast, but I didn't finish my thought. He's big and fast, but he's fast for his size. He's not like a speedster. He's not a speed demon, but he's fast for his size. Give him some time. Like, they did bring in DJ Moore this offseason, so he's probably going to be the X receiver. But that number 2, number 3 slot, like, they still have Khalil Shakir, so he's probably going to run the slot. That other spot on the other side, opposite DJ Moore, is open. And I don't see any reason why it couldn't be Keon Coleman.
And DJ Moore is still pretty good. So
exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be the de facto number 1. And I think he is a true number 1. I think he's still in his prime. And it's Josh Allen hasn't had a true number 1 receiver since Stephon Diggs left. And the thing that separates guys like DJ Moore and Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore is not a diva. You don't hear DJ Moore complaining and all this stuff like, wah, I need the ball thrown my way X amount of times a game, like a guy like Stephon Diggs or an A.J. Brown type of guy.
Just stand there after losing to the Chiefs.
Yeah, like every single game. Like, come on.
I like that, though. I do think that's good. That
and it's cool to hear that the GM has faith in his guys. Like, he's not just like...
With a Joe Brady or offense, I think it'd be pretty good. So
right, he might thrive now that the offensive coach is now head coach. So we'll see. We'll move on to AFC North. Ravens. This was talked about in the last episode, not this, but the quarterback involved. The team has signed undrafted Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia to a 3-year deal. Kale, your thoughts, because I know you have some strong takes on Pavia.
We talked about it before we recorded because we were going over the notes. A lot of people are forgetting that, yeah, he might have signed a 3-year deal, but he still has a whole offseason left, and he can still get cut, and that 3-year deal is gone.
And I can't believe that there's rumors and actual headlines being put out there that, like, oh, he's going to replace Lamar Jackson. Like, pump your
goddamn brakes. I'll say it for you.
Yeah,
pump your goddamn brakes.
Pump your brakes, man. Like,
that's crazy.
This is Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP. Future first ballot Hall of Famer. I'll say it. And this is Diego Pavia, undrafted, 5'9", coming out of Vanderbilt. Don't get me wrong, he can play. I'm not a huge Pavia hater because I know he can play. Obviously he can play. He finished second in the Heisman voting. But the thing is he's small. He doesn't have great physical tools. And his mouth, he just won't stop yapping. And that's gonna get him in trouble if he doesn't stop.
He just needs to focus on being the underdog.
Like, if he just shuts up and keeps, because he's got that grinding, that hard worker mentality. If he keeps that and just keeps his mouth shut and zip locked tight, then you might have something there.
Yeah.
Because he could end up being like a short, like, there's been good short quarterbacks in the NFL. Like,
yeah.
I mean, look at Russell Wilson. Look at Doug Flutie. Drew Brees was a little bit taller than those guys, but Drew Brees, one of the greatest of all time. Kyler Murray has had some success. Bryce Young is getting better.
Wasn't Warren Moon pretty small too? Was he a little bit taller? A little bit.
I think Warren Moon was probably like average size.
Okay.
Like, I don't think he was that small.
Will say, like I said, that 3-year deal might mean something to him, but realistically, you and I both know it ain't gonna mean shit. Possibly if he, by the time, because he's on the 90-man roster. So,
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, right now it doesn't mean shit. But to him, it's a chance. He's getting a chance to compete for a job.
He just needs to put his head down and work. Because that's what he needs to do.
The way I see it with the Ravens QB room is obviously Lamar's your starter.
Yep.
Let's quit talking and saying like, oh, Lamar's not the guy. Lamar's the fucking guy. All right. Number 2 is Snoop Huntley or Tyler Huntley. He's been the backup there. What?
Snoop?
That's his nickname. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, look it up. Snoop Huntley.
I just instantly thought of Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Huntley. Snoop Huntley, but Tyler Huntley. Tyler's his real name. Like, Tyler Huntley's the number 2, and he has been there for a long time, and they like him there. He's got a shot to maybe get that number 3 job. I don't see him overtaking Huntley as the number 2. I think he's still the number 2. I could be wrong. If not, maybe he has a chance to get the number 2 behind Lamar. But if Huntley's still there, not a chance.
He might get lucky. He might be kept as a 3rd quarterback, but
3rd practice squad, scout team. But the dude can play. Let's not act like he can't play.
And doesn't mean he still can't go anywhere else too.
Exactly. But he's had a bad attitude, and he doesn't say the right things. Like, quarterbacks got to say the right things. I'm sorry. You're the leader of the team. You're the face of the franchise. You got to say the right things to the media. You can't be like out here like acting all hardcore and saying
strip club the night before the draft,
saying these stupid things,
and then don't get drafted and say fuck the NFL.
Like, oh, I'm not getting an agent.
Post.
I'm not getting an agent giving him 5% of my money. Ain't no one taking my money. Like, that's like stupid stuff.
I'm
like that.
way better than these guys in the Heisman.
Like,
I finished 2nd. Like, dude,
F the voters. Like, come on,
F the voters. Like.
Yeah. Like,
you dug this hole yourself. Like, now you can't get out of it.
Like, sure, you might feel that way. You can't say that, especially as a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, he is getting out of it. I'll correct myself here. Technically, he is.
But on that note, new head coach Jesse Minter said that he's ready to give Pavia a clean slate. So
it's called give him a chance.
Basically, yeah, this is Pavia's golden ticket to carve himself a role in the NFL.
Yep.
Like, Jesse Minter is hand gifting you a chance. Don't mess it up. Don't say something stupid. Work your ass off like you always have.
And knowing that,
make it work.
Let's not forget that his family are pretty rowdy at games. And, let's look at like Patrick Mahomes with his brother. He finally had to tell his brother and his wife to kind of calm down, especially his brother.
You haven't heard anything from his brother lately.
No. But
obviously his wife is going to be involved, but yeah, his brother.
She wants to be in the same spotlight as Taylor Swift and Kelsey's mom. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, that's true.
But you need to keep them in line and keep your head down, kid, and you're just going to go out there and work and prove these motherfuckers what.
Use it as an opportunity to learn from a guy like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he's going to listen to this podcast like, this small podcast that is in Nebraska is fucking right.
If anything, Diego Pavia, if you listen to this, you're not probably going to hear this, but you listen to us because we know what it.
God damn it, we know what
for some reason know what it takes to make it in the NFL.
Yeah, we're the experts around here, buddy.
But that's just my take on it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then defensive end Calais Campbell is returning to the Ravens for his 19th NFL season. So
that's a big help.
A lot on the Ravens this episode. So
that's good for them.
He's been around a long time, man. So
the Cardinals and everything.
19th season. So when was his rookie year? 2000. 2008?
Yes.
Yeah, 2008. Dang.
Yeah. That's when
He's been around. He's been around as long as Flacco.
Yeah.
And Flacco's a quarterback. This dude's a defensive end.
He's never won the Super Bowl, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I think because he spent most of his time on the Cards.
All right. Staying in the AFC North to the Browns.
Dirty Browns.
It's been stated that quarterback Deshaun Watson has the inside track on the quarterback competition. So, and I actually saw that report. It said that Watson kind of has the upper hand right now. And what's interesting is you hear a lot of these reports and these stories. It sounds like the competition is really just between Watson and Shador. Dylan Gabriel isn't really getting talked about. Dylan Gabriel's the odd man out. And obviously they have that rookie developmental guy, Taylor Green, out of Arkansas. He's an interesting prospect because he's athletic, similar to what Todd Monken has used before with Lamar. But it sounds like it's between Deshaun Watson and Shador Sanders. And
what I think is going to happen is they're going to play him about maybe the first 5 games, see how well he does. If he's bad, then they'll put Shador in. And
I think that's the best case scenario, even if you're Shador. If I'm Shador, I'd rather start the year as a backup because...
And then when your moment comes, you're ready.
Exactly. But also, too, if you start the year as a starter and Watson's your backup, you're going to have a short leash. And if you mess up, you're not getting that back.
Yes.
And that's terrible for a young quarterback's development.
Now versus Deshaun, who's been in the league for how many years?
Deshaun can afford to mess up. He can afford to get benched.
Yeah.
And, it's not really going to affect his career at this point because he's already been, quote unquote, washed for a few seasons.
Too many tables.
So then you have Shador coming in to kind of
take over the reins,
take it over and see how that goes. And you don't think he would end up getting benched for a guy like Gabriel or Green, who knows if they actually keep all 4 quarterbacks. We still have a whole offseason to go through.
It's either going to come down to Green or Gabriel to get cut.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to cut Green because that's the type of quarterback Monken is used to working with.
I think they'll cut Gabriel or trade him.
Yeah. So, but all this has been stated and reported, even though Todd Monken said he's not there yet, deciding between Watson and Sanders. And of course he's going to say that, but apparently something's been leaked that says Watson has the upper hand right now. And I'm not really surprised. Watson has years more of experience than Sanders. He's more of that style of quarterback that Monken likes, the athletic guy that can run. So it makes sense.
But like I said, though, give him the 5 first games and
right. We'll see how it goes. I mean, who knows? If Deshaun Watson can just get back to a fraction of what he was in Houston, then that's huge because he was a top 3 quarterback in Houston. Still in the AFC North, we got some Steelers updates. Ex-head coach Mike Tomlin said lack of recent playoff success led to his decision to leave.
Now the real truth comes out.
I mean, it makes sense, though.
It does.
I mean, are we actually surprised?
No.
Because the Steelers haven't had any playoff success since 2016 when they went to the AFC Championship game. Other than that, they've been one and done every year they've made the playoffs. They lost to the Browns one year. They lost to they lost to Blake Bortles one year.
Yep.
As a first round bye team.
But like Bortles.
They lost to the Chiefs one year. Obviously, they're going to lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs. And then after Big Ben retired, they've just kind of been spotty here and there in the playoffs with some Kenny.
They've had some quarterback issues here.
Well, they've had Kenny Pickett and then Russell. That year they went with Russell Wilson. They were pretty good.
Justin.
Well, and then they had Rodgers last year, and they made the playoffs and lost to the Texans.
Trying to keep Rodgers
and then that leads us to our next thing is they placed an unrestricted free agent tender on Aaron Rodgers.
What does that mean?
Basically, this isn't used a lot, but basically it affords Rodgers the opportunity to accept a 10% raise from last year's salary with the Steelers for this year. if he signs with the Steelers.
Dude, that's
he
like
gets
a deal you can't refuse.
10% raise in his salary to play for them this season.
That's like a deal you can't refuse.
It incentivizes the prospect of staying in Pittsburgh versus going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or even retiring maybe. So it's, the Steelers are basically saying like,
we have a shot here.
Like either sign with us or like you retiring, like maybe sign a one day deal with Green Bay and retire. But
hell, there might be word around with the owners and they might know something that Rodgers might not, Could be.
I think he'll come back and play one more year in Pittsburgh.
I do too. And
it makes sense. Again, we've talked about this many times, but you got Mike McCarthy. You got,
DK.
DK coming back.
Yep.
You got Michael Pittman Jr. there now. You've got the pieces around that it's like you got more weapons now. So let's go try to make another run at this. And if it doesn't work out, then he's probably going to retire. I don't really see him playing more than one more season, but we've been saying that for a while now. So did you have any other? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, again, that's like an offer that's like hard to turn down.
Right.
You're getting a 10% raise to what you're making your salary already. So
yeah. And he's making.
And I think the Steelers do have a good chance of going further this year with DK and Rodgers and McCarthy and then, or Carty, excuse me. And then
McCarthy.
Okay. I thought it was McCarty for some reason.
No. And like I said, they added to the receiving core. I think they're doubling down on Roman Wilson as the slot guy. And they brought in a guy like Rico Dowdle to be the starting running back.
And they had a solid draft.
They did have a solid draft, too. They did get some guys.
And speaking of DK.
And they still have Freiermuth at tight end.
Yes.
He's a good red zone guy. And then, speaking of DK, this is our last Steelers point. He will not face charges for an in-game altercation with a Lions fan.
Oh, you're looking at me.
Well, it's because it's Lions related.
Yeah,
I thought maybe you'd have some thoughts on that.
I've seen the videos. I think that's probably the best decision they made out of it. I mean, I think both were at fault. So.
P.S. He was the Lions fan.
No.
That he got in an altercation with?
Yeah, I definitely was at the game that day.
You're just glad it's over, pretty much?
Yeah, well, I didn't really pay attention to it. I thought, dude, this is a losing battle. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyway.
He was just trying to get some money.
Probably.
I hate to say that about a fellow Lions fan, but I mean, dude, you're just trying to get money.
I'm glad it's kind of water under the bridge at this point.
Yeah.
Moving on to the AFC South, we have the Colts. Quarterback Anthony Richardson has his fifth-year option declined.
So that means basically it's either we're going to trade you or we're just going to let you walk.
Pretty much. Or, I mean, they might keep him, but they're not going to keep him after this season.
Yeah, that's what I mean, basically.
Right. Like, they might keep him for this season and then let him walk, or they'll trade him. And, I mean, it's been rumored he'd be traded to a lot of places. I think Green Bay's still a suitor, potentially.
So is Detroit, but they picked up a quarterback in the draft.
Drafted a quarterback, yeah. We did not. And I'm still not at all sold on Desmond Ridder being our backup at all. So, funny enough, Jordan Love's first year as a starter, 2023, we played the Falcons. Desmond Ridder was their quarterback, and they beat us. So, we've actually lost to Desmond Ridder before, and he's our backup quarterback. And I'm not a fan. Anyway, Broncos, AFC West.
Broncos.
Two-time Pro Bowl safety Justin Simmons has retired after 9 seasons in the NFL. I don't know much about Simmons.
Me neither.
But two-time Pro Bowler, so he obviously had a decent career. I think they said he spent last season with... Who did they say he spent last season with? I don't remember. I'm actually going to look that up real quick. I think it wasn't last season. It was the season before. Justin Simmons. He last played for the Falcons in 2024.
Falconians.
So, Chiefs stayed in the AFC West. Tight end Travis Kelce says newly drafted defensive end R. Mason Thomas is going to be a game changer for them on defense. And I'm pretty sure he said that on his own podcast with his brother.
I was going to say this about the Chiefs before we move on to the Giants. A lot of people are saying Emmett Johnson is a steal from the draft. And I'm not being biased. I do agree with that. 100%.
100%, because there was a lot of experts that did have him as either the second or third.
Even their fans are saying he's way better than Pacheco.
100%. I hate
to say that because I remember he's our new running back.
He might not be as violent of a runner as Pacheco, but he's just more smooth. He makes it smooth looking. He's obviously a better receiver out of the backfield than Pacheco. And
well, did you see the video that Chiefs released? He's doing the speed drills and shuffling his feet through the bags. Dude, he was quicker than shit.
He's very quick, and he's very great with his feet. He's very agile. And, yeah, like he is. And, again, most experts had him as the second or third best running back in the draft, and he was the sixth running back taken and he was in the fifth round. Like, and my buddy Keith from the Y says Emmett Johnson is screwed since he went to Kansas City. I'm like, how? Kenneth Walker. And it's like,
that's just one player.
He's not going to get players. Kenneth Walker is not going to get all the freaking carries.
He needs a break.
Like, yeah, they're paying him a lot of money. I get it. But, like, you got to keep your guys fresh. What better than to have a good, solid backup option? And Emmett Johnson can do things that Kenneth Walker can't do. Kenneth Walker is not known for catching out of the backfield.
Can we be real about something, though? What? Ever since the Lions did the two-back system, you're starting to see teams do that more.
I feel like that's something teams have done forever, though.
I know, but it's more common.
I feel like unless you have that true, like...
number two.
Well, unless you have, like, that true workhorse number one.
Yeah.
Like a Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Most
teams go with either a two-back or a back-by-committee
right.
type of system. The only thing with the Lions is they had two true starting running backs.
Well, that's what I mean,
Gibbs and Montgomery. And that might be what the Chiefs are leaning towards.
That's what I'm trying to get at, yeah.
Because Walker, obviously, is a Super Bowl MVP. He's obviously starting caliber running back. But Emmett Johnson obviously has that potential, too. But I'll say this. Even when Walker was in Seattle, he wasn't the guy they went to for pass catching out of the backfield. He was Charbonnet.
And Emmett Johnson's really good at pass catching.
And that's what I'm saying is Emmett Johnson could fill that role for Kansas City. He could do some slot receiver stuff even.
I think he's going to be good for the Chiefs.
He's going to fit Andy Reid's offense like a glove.
And then if Kenneth Walker leaves one day, and guess what?
I think they'll both do great. And it takes pressure off Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, very.
We'll go to the NFC. We got the NFC East Giants. Former Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor was hospitalized with a stomach-related issue, but does not appear to be life-threatening.
I did not know this.
Yeah, I just saw it was a report on NFL.com. Yeah, just something that caught my eye. Thought it was worth mentioning, and you know he's obviously an NFL legend, one of the greatest arguably the greatest defensive player of all time. You could argue.
Yeah,
I mean
he's pretty good.
So I don't know. It was just something but good thing it's not life threatening. So hopefully he ends up being all right.
A good recovery.
And then the team signed defensive lineman Shelby Harris, and wide receiver Darius Slayton is going to miss spring after surgery for a core muscle injury. So that's what's going on with the Giants. Darius Slayton has been one of their top receivers the last few seasons, so we'll see how that ends up going for them.
Oh, I want to say something about this one team in the NFC North, because we're going to the Packers and Vikings here. The Bears. Rumor has it that Caleb Williams is going to be the cover of the Madden.
Really?
So let's believe in the Madden curse around here, yeah?
It hasn't really held true the last few seasons.
No, it's kind of died off.
Yeah.
But no, I guess that'd be the positive thing I'll ever say about right now. So
yeah. The Packers, just one thing here, wide receiver Chase Claypool. We all remember him, right? He had stints with the Steelers and I think the Dolphins.
And then he went to the CFL and played for the Rough Riders and did pretty well over there.
He is attempting an NFL comeback and is trying out with the Packers right now. So
I saw that yesterday, and I think that'd be good if he can.
If he can pan out, like he can give us.
He's not a terrible player.
Like he could end up fitting that receiver room pretty nicely because he fits the mold of the type of receiver we're kind of lacking right now, like a big-bodied guy. Obviously, Golden and Reed are two smaller slot-type bodies. Watson is your tall speedster on the outside. And we just got rid of Wicks and Dobbs. So another fourth guy who's a... What?
I just thought of something funny. Go ahead.
Bigger, taller outside threat that could be a red zone target. Another one besides a guy like Tucker Kraft could be some sort of a mismatch key for us, weapon. All right, what are you freaking going off about right now?
I just felt like I just heard a third grader explain Packer football. I ain't got a lot of you. Yeah, football, this, and that's just how it was coming on.
A third grader?
I don't know how else to say it. Like a kid trying to draw out plans. Like, this goes here, this goes there. We hear football.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not no different, so, see? No different, no good.
I think I know ball more than you, man.
I don't care.
Anyway.
It's just the way that it was presented to me for a second. I just thought it funny. Vikings.
They officially picked up the fifth-year option for wide receiver Jordan Addison. So, not much else to say there. Jordan Addison has been...
Hopefully he stays out of trouble.
He's been in a lot of trouble off the field, and he's had moments where he has shined, but he's also had, he's been inconsistent because he's always in trouble or
he's a pretty good receiver.
He gets injured too. But he's been a good number 2 for them when he's on the field, healthy, and not in trouble. NFC South, Panthers, running back Jonathan Brooks is cleared to go from his latest knee injury. And he could have a big impact on the Panthers this season because, like I mentioned before, Rico Dowdle, they did let him go. He is on the Steelers now. They do still have Chuba Hubbard, who they like. They paid him a lot of money last offseason. But Jonathan Brooks could see work into the rotation this season. So,
pretty solid back core there. So,
yeah, I don't know much about Brooks, but I know he's kind of been on their depth chart. He didn't obviously get much time last year because he was hurt. So, open up the room for Rico Dowdle to have a breakout year, and that's what he did. For some reason, they didn't keep him. So, could end up being a bad thing for the Panthers. But quarterback Bryce Young's 5th-year option was picked up by the team. GM Dan Morgan says they will sign it to a long-term deal when the time feels right. So don't really know what that means. We'll see. I guess if he improves again this year, Bryce Young's one of those guys I feel like we've seen steady improvement of each season he's played. He did get benched for a little while there his 2nd year. Andy Dalton's no longer his backup there, so I feel like that means they have more faith in Bryce Young.
Yeah.
To not feel like they need to have like such a veteran presence there just in case.
Yeah. Well,
and he did lead them to the playoffs last year. I'll give him that. And I feel like if he can take that next step forward and maybe have a breakout year, well, then he'll get that long-term deal that they say they're going to give him.
Well, just when they say they're on the right time, to me, that just tells me, like, hey, we're going to give you, either you're going to do good in the first few games or you're going to do shit.
Right.
And then we'll go from there.
So
it's like a performance thing, like a job.
Yeah. I think Bryce Young is a solid quarterback. He's
an improvement for sure.
He's a smaller guy and not super athletic for how small he is. Usually smaller quarterbacks can move around better. They're fast. They can run like a Kyler Murray or a young Russell Wilson. But Bryce Young is really just more of a pocket passer. So,
can I say something about that Diego thing real quick? I just remembered it earlier. So if the NFL doesn't work out for him, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, I think who said that they could. So if it doesn't work out, they own the rights to his contract, so he could go play in the CFL still.
The Saints newly acquired defensive end Tyler.
Fuck myself.
What?
You ain't gonna acknowledge what I just said?
It's interesting. We already talked about Pavia.
Yeah, I just remembered it, so
That's cool. Anyway, we'll move on to the Saints. Newly acquired defensive end Tyree Wilson looking forward to a fresh start alongside Chase Young. Wilson was originally drafted in the first round by the Raiders in 2023. He's kind of flopped with the Raiders. Now he's in New Orleans. He's looking for a fresh start, and he's going to be playing opposite side Chase Young. And the Saints, they're trying to build something over there right now. So
had a solid draft.
they had a solid draft. They got a good wide receiver in the first round to put opposite Chris Olave. They seem to really like Tyler Shuck at quarterback too.
It should be a big year for Tyler.
Yeah. And he definitely outplayed Spencer Rattler last season.
Who sucks.
Well, actually, their numbers were Shucks were a little better. Rattler, if you look at the stats, really not
any better.
As terrible as people think. But
I think it's a lot like for me, it's like his attitude about stuff.
It was the winning record. It was the QB record.
Yeah.
Shuck had a winning record as a starter.
Yeah.
Rattler couldn't win games. So yeah. We'll see what happens. Maybe the Saints will finally find some success in the post Drew Brees, Sean Payton era. NFC West, Cardinals, former defensive lineman Josh Morrow. I don't know who this guy is. Unfortunately passed away at 35 years old. The family confirmed it on social media last week. The cause of death was not given. But I thought that was worth mentioning.
Who he is.
I've never heard of this guy, but apparently he played for the Cardinals. Played for one other team too that I think he spent more time with the Cardinals though. But anyway, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. And we'll move on. The last thing for NFL is the Rams recently drafted quarterback Ty Simpson says he had secret meetings with head coach.
Secret meetings. Probably had his dad on standby.
With Sean McVay. He stated they tried to keep it under wraps as much as they could. He knew they were interested, but the Rams wanted to make it private and didn't want people to know they were interested. How do you feel about that?
What a little weasel.
Who, Simpson or McVay?
McVay.
Well, it's like,
hey guys, we're gonna interview this guy, but don't tell anybody.
I just don't think they wanted to make it seem like
they're gonna draft him.
They were looking for a quarterback in the draft, probably.
Yeah,
because Stafford is obvious. And McVay has doubled down on this. Stafford is obviously still the guy.
They didn't want to make a big deal about it.
Yeah. He's obviously like...
But it's a big deal.
He just won a league MVP. Almost went to another Super Bowl. Like, Stafford... This is still Stafford's team. But they're planning for the future. And they probably think that Ty Simpson maybe has a little more upside. Maybe a little more maturity than a guy like Stetson Bennett.
I mean,
because Stetson Bennett's been in some trouble.
I mean, look at the situation. They had
Jimmy G.
No. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting this dude's name. He's the
Carson Wentz?
No, Bucks quarterback.
Who?
The Bucks quarterback.
Oh, Mayfield?
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield?
Blake. I don't know why I got Blake, but Baker. They tried out Baker and he balled out one game and, it still raised alarms.
Well, and the thing is I think they would have kept Baker if Stafford decided to retire that offseason.
I'm sure.
But Stafford came back, so they're like, all right, well, Baker, they sent him off because he wanted a shot to start. He probably would have benefited from sitting. And that's interesting. If Baker Mayfield had a shot to sit a year or whatever behind Stafford, Stafford and Baker have very similar play styles, in my opinion. They're both gunslingers. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But obviously Baker got
because he lasted a week or two on the Rams or the whole season, rest of the season.
Well, he played the rest of the season as their starter because he started that year on Carolina, got cut like mid-season, went to the Rams. He had like 2 days to like learn the playbook. Actually John Wolford started that game, but then Baker ended up coming in to play the whole game pretty much, and they won. And then he started the rest of the season and played pretty well. Finally got a shot in Tampa, and Stafford came back to the Rams, and I don't know. I mean, both have ended up being pretty good, but yeah, I think we'll see. I think Ty Simpson's going into a good situation with a coach like McVay, QB room led by Matthew Stafford.
Ty has a lot to learn from Matt. So
he's got a lot to learn, but he's.
Can we just say one thing real quick about it? It was funny. I just thought of this. That they went to colleges that both rival each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Funny. That's funny.
They probably already have talked shit about that. I bet.
Or bets or.
Well, and it's funny because Stetson also went to Georgia.
Yeah. So Ty, you're outnumbered.
Yeah, they're gonna gang up on Ty Simpson because they're two Georgia boys, and he's
sure there might be some
Alabama.
other Alabama players on there.
Too bad Jimmy G's not there anymore from Eastern Illinois.
Go Cats!
I thought they were the Panthers.
Oh, close enough.
Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for NFL. Do you got anything else Lions related? I didn't see anything much on the Lions this week.
I haven't had a chance to look at anything Lions this week, to be honest with you.
So we'll move on to college football.
I made this all myself.
Why don't you go ahead and get into it here? Okay,
so Drake Lindsey, who was the quarterback for the Minnesota Gophers, starting quarterback, he was charged early Friday, underage drinking, and this quarterback had a record straight 8 games. A school record for 8 games as a freshman.
He won a school record.
Yes.
School record 8 games as a freshman.
Yep. And then
that's impressive. Minnesota is not known for quarterbacks.
Yeah, they've had some good quarterbacks the last few years when we played them.
But they've not had like a lot of quarterbacks like going to like the NFL and stuff.
Right, but like they're quarterbacks that are like good for them.
Right.
Anyway, so Minnesota starting quarterback Drake Lindsey was arrested early Friday in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and charged with underage possession of alcohol and possession of a fake ID. He signed a form for minor in possession of alcohol and attempted to use a fraudulent or altered ID document. Jail records showed that he was released about 7 hours later after posting a $470 bond in 2025, He helped Minnesota win 8 games, setting a record for victories by a freshman quarterback. He completed 249 of 386 passes for 2,382 yards with 18 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, adding 4 rushing scores.
That's solid stats, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad he was stupid.
And then I'm just going to, before we hit the last one here, I'll just talk about this one. So Texas, this one was a pretty big one last week. About the weekend, I would say.
Don't forget to talk about the UFL thing.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it, college, yeah. So the Texas Tech quarterback, Brendan Sorsby, is under NCAA investigation for gambling violations that could jeopardize his college eligibility and NFL future. The situation has major implications for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Highlights the growing issue of sports betting among college athletes. Thorsby has allegedly placed thousands of sports bets through a betting app. Some wagers were reportedly made while he was an active college player at Cincinnati. There's no evidence of game fixing, so that's good. That's really illegal. But NCAA prohibits athletes from betting on sports. He stepped away from football and entered a treatment program for gambling addiction. The Red Raiders have, they really built their offense around Sorsby heading into the 2026 season. So that's going to hurt. His eligibility for the upcoming season is now in serious doubt. Texas Tech may have to pivot quickly at quarterback. This situation could
You know what I could see happening?
What?
Dylan Raiola.
Dylan Raiola.
I could see it.
Honestly, I
mean, it's Texas Tech, Mahomes' alma mater. Sorsby is
gone.
he's done. Like, he's in rehab for gambling addiction. Raiola's backup at Oregon, competing for a backup job.
He even said he ain't there to compete.
Compete for a backup job.
Yeah.
So it's
basically
like
saying I want
this spot is open at Texas Tech. Now Raiola's a different style quarterback than Sorsby. Sorsby is a bunch better runner. But again, I don't know. I mean,
Dylan Raiola has the chance to do the funniest thing.
He does. Texas Tech has the chance to do the funniest thing. Will it happen? Probably not, but it's still funny to talk about.
Brendan Sorsby is a pretty decent quarterback. You know, he played at Cincinnati last year.
He had a good season, and it's funny because when we played them in week 1, he didn't look like he didn't play great.
Right.
He was their leading rusher, but passing-wise, he didn't look great. So
with this whole gambling addiction thing, you know, this ain't the first time that's been caught. You know, Iowa State a few years ago, and the NBA recently with their whole betting and things going on with some players and coaches. This is really going to start opening up the window for a lot of stuff, and it's going to start ruining sports betting and stuff, which I'm not against it, but like, you shouldn't be an athlete doing it.
No. And then another thing about Sorsby is he was going to be one of the top draft prospects for next year too.
He just kissed his career goodbye at this point.
I don't understand, if you're an athlete, why are you going to sports bet? Like just stay out of it.
It's just
especially,
as bad.
Especially on your own team.
Yeah.
Like,
and what's crazy, I read the other day that Cincinnati knew about it.
That's even worse.
That's what I read.
What does that tell you about Cincinnati, though?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You can, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I read, and that is wild.
You want to get into the UFL stuff before we do this special ranking thing?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, I think it was the vice president of the UFL. He was on a radio show, and he was talking about some cities they're looking at expanding into. Omaha, Nebraska was one of them, so that would be cool. If it would have come to Omaha, what would you call them?
I saw yours and Brody's conversation about that on Facebook.
I was messing with them, honestly.
Honestly, Nighthawks, bringing the Nighthawks back wouldn't even be a bad idea, but like he said, UFL already has Battlehawks.
It would contradict itself.
It would just be like, that's not very... You have 2 Hawk teams, like, come on. But, I don't know, like, what would be a good name for an Omaha pro team, like a Nebraska pro team? I mean, Omaha Beef is great, but that's an arena team. Because if you wanted to do with like beef and
that would create an issue. That would create
an issue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, what is Nebraska known for? We're known for beef, like cattle, and we're known for corn. And like, what else are we really known for? I mean, the Great Plains. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting thought. What would you name them?
Stealth.
The what?
The Omaha Stealth.
Omaha Stealth?
So it's like the Nighthawks with the jets and everything, but stealth bombers.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this now. I'm not trying to steal it because I already know it's been said by a female on the Herdat Herdat sports stuff.
But stealth would be cool just as an
homage to me, but to the Nighthawks.
What I'm saying is not even like to the Nighthawks, just as its own thing. Because the first thing I think of when I hear stealth is not stealth bombers. I think of like people that have to like be. I think ninjas. I think ninjas.
Hoya! Are you want to grab the football? Hoya!
I think freaking shit. No, Omaha ninjas. Why not?
I see what you mean though.
Like the
Like,
Omaha Ninjas.
so like stealthy, like
Ninjas are fucking cool. I don't know why you're making fun of me.
No, I just thought it was funny, like ninjas. But
That's what I think of when I hear stealth. Ninjas are stealthy.
But however, though, what I will say is, when you're trying to think, you're trying to think maybe like James Bond stealthy, like spy stealthy.
Well, yeah, like people that have to be stealthy, like sneak up, like ninjas, James Bond, Batman, like that type of, or like that type of persona is what I'm saying. Like a secret agent or something.
Bum, 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 bum. Whatever they go.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I think
cool.
I think that's cool, but like that's not really like.
But where would they play?
The only thing is that's not screaming Nebraska. Like, what is ninja about Nebraska? What is stealth about Nebraska?
The bug eaters.
Bug eaters would be that'd be
a nice homage to the original.
That'd be a nice homage.
But we would get made fun of.
What about the Omaha Cattlemen? I mean, it's not like an intimidating name, but it's.
I mean, they are known for their stockyard they had years ago.
It's known like it's Nebraska. It says like it's.
Yeah.
It's Nebraska themed, and when I think of team name,
well, you got to think about
for a certain city or state. I think theme. Like, what do you think of when you think of that city or state?
Omaha did have a big old stockyard years ago. The Omaha stockyard. So,
like, maybe you don't call them the Omaha, whatever. Maybe you call them the Nebraska.
No, probably, yeah.
The Nebraska.
I feel like though they would call it Omaha.
They probably would go with Omaha because if you call it Nebraska, then you're going to think of Nebraska Cornhuskers.
But the question is, where would they play? I would like my two places I can think of off rip is the soccer field downtown, what used to be UNO football and now is their soccer.
Yeah.
Or the new soccer stadium they're going to build downtown. But you could play both of them because you got to wait for the other one to be built.
Any way you could convert where they play College World Series to a football stadium?
That's what they did with the Nighthawks.
That's what well, they played at Rosenblatt.
No, but I know. But when they brought TD and Ameritrade in, they did that for a little bit, and then the league dysfunctioned. But I don't think they would do it, and it runs into the College World, babe.
It would run into that. Yeah,
yes.
The college.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I mean, they'd have to find somewhere to play until they could actually get a stadium built for them. Which would they even build a stadium for them?
No, they would share a stadium.
If it's UFL, like I don't know.
Most teams share stadiums. So like Louisville shares with the Louisville Cardinals. Orlando shares with USC or UCF, excuse me. And then
do you think Lincoln could take on the team instead of Omaha?
Then they would have to be in Nebraska.
Then they would share with the Huskers.
But the thing is, Lincoln wouldn't have a market for it. When it does, I mean, you got Husker football, sure, but they would go with the bigger city over Omaha or over Lincoln.
Yeah, true.
In a heartbeat.
It's just a thought. It makes sense why they would go with Omaha.
I would think they would play in the UNO soccer field.
Probably.
I mean,
that makes the most sense.
The Birmingham Stallions, they play in UABs, and it's pretty about as small as that. So
yeah, you're right. They would play there.
To be honest with you, I think Omaha, regardless if the team sucked or was good, I think they would do well. I think attendance would be great.
I think it'd be fun to go to a game.
It would be fun to go to a game. And then Nebraska would actually have a pro team. Not those dang law dogs.
Semi-pro team.
But they call it professional football. The UFL is professional football, regardless.
Development
professional football.
Yeah, the Law Dogs is not.
I know. I was being a smart ass about it.
They're not even semi-pro.
They're not really a football team anymore. Anyway.
Well, they're not around here anymore.
No, but they try every year. But we'll leave it at that before we get ourselves in.
Oh,
I know.
All right.
Anyway, so we put this thing up together. Back to the college football real quick. It'll be the last subject of the episode. And I thought it was kind of a neat idea. Sam, I think you did too, right?
Yeah.
Which 5 coaches need to improve or has the most pressure in 2026?
college football.
In college football.
And I took it at first. I took it as
I'm sorry. What?
What were you gonna say?
We do it to each other all the time. Sorry.
I was just gonna say at first, I thought that he meant like coaches on the hot seat, like who's at risk of getting fired, like legitimately this season, coming off a bad year. But it's more so just who has the most pressure in their current situation.
Yes.
Not necessarily hot seat. This isn't coaches on the hot seat. This is coaches who are in.
Except for one on our list.
I mean, there is definitely one on the hot seat.
Maybe two.
There's one that.
For me.
Yeah, same. There's a few that you could argue hot seat, but that's not necessarily the goal here. It's more so just pressure. Okay. So I have my 5. They're not in any specific order. I just kind of listed them.
You can go first.
I'll start with my first one. I put Dabo Swinney from Clemson. Obviously, he built a powerhouse before, and now he's chasing a return to the top. There's been a lot of criticism about adapting to like the transfer portal, NIL, stuff like that. And for Clemson fans, the college football playoff is an expectation. It's not a bonus. It is the expectation.
Yeah.
And I guess my pressure type for him would be more so legacy. Like, can he modernize and win big again? That's my case behind Dabo Swinney. Go ahead with your first one.
So I also have Dabo. I put Tigers finished 7-6 in 2025, and they lost the Pinstripe Bowl against Penn State. Lost a lot of veteran players this offseason. The program isn't feared as it once was, but respected. Play calling has gone more conservative, and they're just Dabo has kind of hasn't found a quarterback like he had for Deshaun or
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I guess we can both agree Dabo Swinney is definitely facing a lot of pressure in 2026. I'll go with my next one. If you're ready to move on.
Yeah.
I got Lincoln Riley from USC. He's had some very elite offenses, but the defensive struggles won't be tolerated much longer.
Mm-hmm.
USC is expected to be a college football playoff contender every year. Like, that's just their expectation. And the recruiting and the NIL investment, like it demands results, and they have invested a lot seemingly. And my pressure type for him is he needs to win big, not just score big. Because he obviously scored big with those offenses he's had with Caleb Williams and all those guys.
But he needs that defense to back it up.
He needs to win.
Yeah.
Win. All right, go ahead.
I had Lincoln Riley as well. I didn't write down a whole lot for him. I mean, that pretty much summed up what you said. But what I will say is that he should not be in dogfights with teams like Nebraska to have an offense like that. I mean, I'm being serious, though.
No, but
the last 2 years.
We should have beat them last year, though.
We should have, yes.
We should have.
With how terrible their defense was, yes.
I think that's more of a testament that we actually played good in those games, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, my next one, Kalen DeBoer, Alabama. This one might seem kind of weird because he actually has done well. But you got to look at it this way. He's following in the footsteps of Nick Saban still. Like, people are still going to talk about that. Nick Saban is the greatest college football head coach of all time. This alone puts insane pressure on Kalen DeBoer. So like even like a 10-2 season can feel like underachieving for Alabama. Whereas if Nebraska, if we went 10-2 next season, we would be like the world.
That would be like our college football.
It would be like we won the national championship.
Yeah.
But Alabama goes 10-2. It's a failure.
It's a riot.
It's an underachievement. So for Kalen DeBoer, his pressure type, like for me, he's not judged against his peers because he's a good coach and he's inherited good team from Nick Saban, but he's judged against a dynasty. Nick Saban led a dynasty for years.
You can almost say that for Dabo, but he's the cause of his own dynasty.
Dabo's not Nick Saban.
I know, but the idea of the dynasty, yeah, you have to follow up
The thing with Nick Saban, he knew when to walk away, because I think Nick Saban probably would be struggling with a lot of the same Dabo is now. With the Dabo's main problem. Dabo's main problem is he hasn't.
It didn't seem like he accepted the transfer portal.
He hasn't been able to modernize.
Yeah,
he hasn't accepted what the game has become, and Saban didn't like it, and Saban got out.
I heard that.
So that's why I put Kalen DeBoer.
I had Bill Belichick, and basically, simply,
Belichick.
The way I could put it is the dude needs to focus on football. I mean,
that's all he focused on when he was at New England.
He needs to stop, letting his women grab his balls and put them in the purse before the games.
You know what my thoughts are on Belichick?
What?
Just retire.
Yeah,
call it a career.
Yeah, that too, yes.
Like, you don't have anything to prove to anyone. You won 6 Super Bowls. Like,
he had a lot of kids transfer out this year.
I mean, I just don't see a point anymore, man. Like, the way he coaches is a little outdated. I think he's just lost a touch. I think he just needs to call it a career. And like, it's still a crime that he didn't make first ballot Hall of Fame. Like, it is a criminal thing. But anyway, I digress.
I was also going to say that he needs to actually if he does continue on, he needs to actually be a coach, not an NFL coach. He needs to be a college coach.
Right.
He keeps thinking that he just not have to do anything. And then.
Well, what's funny is the way he coached in the NFL, you think that would fit better in college.
Yeah,
he was a really
it just shows
disciplined ship.
It just seems like it's ego and his girlfriend's. His girlfriend, what I've heard.
His girlfriend that's 50 years younger than him.
It's what it seems like. His girlfriend controls a lot what he does, and it's like, I don't know. I can go on about that, and I don't want to be that guy.
No, we're done there. Moving on, I had Deion Sanders, Colorado.
Same.
He's already proved. Obviously, he's already proved he can generate hype. He needs to prove long-term player development and winning long-term. His media spotlight is probably bigger than almost anyone in the sport. And his pressure type is more so validation. Like, was the rebuild real or just a flash? Like that 1 year they had, he's been there 3 years. The 1 year they had, they won. And that second year, they won.
Nebraska.
They won. Not against Nebraska. But they had a winning record. They had a good season. Then he lost. He lost both his sons to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also lost Travis Hunter, who was his guy, his go-to guy and everything. And then last year seemed like they had a lot of new guys. So we'll see what happens in 2026. Seems like he's got, he didn't lose a lot of guys this year, so maybe they're going to be able to build off of last year. We'll see. But that was my case for Deion.
So for my Deion, they finished 3-9 last year, like you said. Reality set in when his kids left for the NFL, along with transfers that have left. They had a 3-quarterback system last year. He couldn't figure out,
And that's a tough part, because when you have multiple quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they all look pretty good, but they all have their flaws.
But at some point, you gotta choose one guy to lead your team.
But as I put, he needs to find a quarterback, like a consistent starter. And I also put a big one is his health. He needs to start thinking about his health.
Yeah. And, maybe that means stepping down from coaching.
Yes.
And obviously, you guys saw this coming. Obviously, both our last one is Matt Rule. My case for Matt Rule is that Nebraska's history still carries weight. You know what I mean? Like, it just does. Like, what we accomplished in the 90s and the early 2000s, it still carries weight. And Nebraska fans expect more than just bowl eligibility. That's what we've got in the last 2 years. Bowl eligibility at the bare minimum.
Well, like I told you, like last week, and when we were getting out of the car for the Swingers Caring, I said, "Do you ever just feel like we're like the Dallas Cowboys sometimes, like as fans?
We're the Dallas Cowboys of college."
I hate to say that about us, but like it's true.
We are.
We expect
100%.
so much.
Also, the Big Ten is only getting tougher, so falling behind now, like right now, is dangerous.
Yeah, very. I 100% agree with that.
And so if progress stalls, the narrative flips from rebuild working, right, to same story again.
Same shit.
And so his pressure type, similar to Deion, it's validation. Like, is this rebuild leading to something big, or is Nebraska stuck in another cycle of almost? You know what I mean?
That's the best way to put it, honestly. I'll give you that one. Almost.
Like, that's exactly.
Almost.
That's how it is, man.
Yeah, nobody.
So many games,
crazy,
like
though.
even in the Scott Frost era, so many close one-score losses.
Hey, we were the best
Almost.
3-9 team ever.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like almost. Like we almost beat Michigan. We almost beat a, freaking USC.
What I like about you? You ain't afraid to admit it. As many Husker fans would not.
Yeah, a lot of Husker fans would either be like, "Well, here's the thing: is I'm taking a balanced approach. Like I'm seeing both sides of it. I see the case for Matt Rule, I see the case against Matt Rule, and where I lie is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
you're gonna have your Matt Rule diehards who are like, he's a great coach, he's the guy, rah rah.
Give him more time.
And then you're gonna have the people that are like, fire his
fucking ass.
Yeah. Because we haven't won a natty yet. Like
we should have been good with Bo Pelini, and wish Bo Pelini was still here. I'm
on the Bo. I mean, I fully believe Bo Pelini should have not been fired, but that's.
I know we both talked about this.
Yeah,
or
many times.
The old two reliables is Tom Osborne would never let this happen, and we've been cursed since Frank Skolosh got fired.
Skolosh?
Or Solich. Solich, whatever.
Which Frank Solich was just on the Adam Carricker podcast, and it was cool listening to him. I listened to his episodes, and his most recent one, Frank Solich, was on there, and it was good to listen.
We also have a bad, just thinking about
it. Carricker Chronicles.
I would love to meet him. He'd be a good dude.
Yeah.
But we just have a bad history of like shitty ADs. And they fire
That's the thing. Like Sean Eichhorst fired Bo Pelini,
and whoever, I can't remember was for Frank, but they were fucking idiots too. What I was told.
Well, see, the thing was with Frank is it was similar to Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer is following Nick Saban. Frank Solich was following Tom Osborne.
Yep.
So we go from being
a powerhouse,
a top 3 team yearly to being like, oh, we went 9-3 one year. That's like unacceptable. Get rid of his ass. We go 9-3 now. Like I said, like if we went 9-3 or 10-2 now, we would set the world on fire. Like we would just be like, Nebraska's back, baby. That's what Bo Pelini was doing every year, and we still fired him.
We still have fans that be like, this ain't good enough. It ain't the college football final.
Right. So it's just like, to me, it's like, and I truly believe this, that people who are actually like, I'm not saying shit about myself. Like I'm just some guy who comes on here and talks.
Talk.
I talk my opinions about football. None of this is fact. This is. I mean,
it's opinion based.
Some of it's fact, but a lot of it's opinionated. But I truly believe that truly intelligent people will look at a situation and try to see all sides of it and give their opinion, like an educated opinion, and not just be like, this sucks or this is great or whatever. Like, he sucks, he needs to be fired, or he's great. Like, give him all the time in the world. Like, there's more to it than that. And I feel like, I'm not saying I'm some super intelligent person, but like, I just think truly intelligent people have that outlook on not just sports, not just this or that, everything in life. And so I think that's just the right approach. And like I said, I'm not shit. Like I'm not anyone. I'm just on here rambling right now, but
rambling and gambling.
Yeah, exactly. So
what I was going to say is that, motherfucker, I forgot about it. With the Husker fans, they like to think that like 9-3 at the time was bad, but like again, like you said, it'd be like, oh yeah.
Even though it took Osborne like a long time to get to where he got.
Well, yeah, he had to follow Bill Devaney's footsteps. He had like what 2 or 3 national champions.
Bill Devaney.
Yeah, the Devaney Center and stuff. Yeah,
Bob Devaney.
Motherfucker, god damn it.
It's okay. It's okay, Gary Payton. Anyway. Hey,
Christ.
you know what? You're doing all right today. You're doing all right.
Yeah, whatever.
You're doing good.
But it's kind of like, we go back to the stadium renovation thing too, and people are like, "Oh, why are we doing this?
Right.
We only win this many amount of games, and we deserve this."
Right. That's not what it's about. It's not.
Has nothing to do with the team.
No. It's a.
Oh, I remember. I was gonna say
more of just like a back end, like professional decision that literally needs to be done. That side, like that, especially that south side, hasn't been renovated since it was built in the 60s.
Well, that's what we were talking with Todd Mueller last week when we saw him.
Exactly.
He even said that we need it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
It can come down and kill at any time.
And the thing is people don't just go to football games for the football game anymore. They go for the overall experience of the whole event. There's pregame stuff. There's, stuff going on during the game, this and that. Like, it's not like how it used to be where you just go to the football game and then go home. Like, you literally, it's an experience, and you want the stadium to kind of represent that. And there's some areas of our stadium that are very dated that need that.
You also want it to wow the recruits.
That too. And there's a way it could actually indirectly, but actually directly help the football program is if you renovate the stadium and make it really nice, that could wow recruits. It could help you get better players. Like, there's more ways to look at it than just like, all this for 6 or 7 wins, man. Come on.
Oh, what I was going to say is about Matt Rule. My opinion on him right now is like he needs to. Okay, he did last 2 years are good. We made bowl games, and I think that's great. I don't care. At least if you make the bowl game, that's great. That's great in my book. But like, here we are. Okay, now you have to kind of show more than just 6 wins.
Right.
Can you please do that?
And
he is building a team. I believe that.
And I will say this though, that's gonna be tough to get more than 6 wins this year.
In the Big Ten, and who else?
We have a tough schedule.
We do.
And
Matt Rule did comment on it.
I actually think, based on how this year looks, if we can get 6 or 7 wins, that's still a good season for us this year.
Oh, I agree.
If we can just because again, we have new players coming in, and we have a new starting quarterback, for crying out loud. It's gonna look different. We're gonna have some growing pains. Like,
granted, we're only gonna have 1 year.
We're probably not gonna be 9-3. Like
9-4 or whatever,
or 8-4. I would be super.
That would be my college football championship.
I'd be thrilled with 8-4. But if we go 6-6 or 7-5 again and get just bowl eligibility,
if we don't win the Big Ten, we have
to temper our expectations a little bit and be like, you know what, it's consistent. We had a tough schedule this year. We had some new pieces come in, but it's consistent. We have a good culture. I feel like Matt Rule has improved the culture a lot.
Oh, I think he has.
Since Scott Frost era. Scott Frost culture was shit.
All his players are gone anyway.
Mike Riley culture was even worse, even though he wasn't.
Sprinkles Riley?
For a long time there, the culture was terrible. Matt Rule has improved the culture, and we haven't seen that breakthrough season yet. I think last year had the chance to be before Raiola's injury, and then that just kind of spiraled everything.
Offensive line issues.
Because here's my big thing there, and I know we're kind of going off on a tangent here, but it's whatever. Raiola's injury in the USC game led us to losing that game, but if he stays healthy and we win that game, I feel like that kind of fires some things up for us. If we beat USC on that Saturday night in the blackout game, imagine how hyped that would have been. That's USC.
I remember that night.
They're a national. Well, we were at
Dabber Keg. There was a lot of alcohol drank.
There was lots of beer drank that night.
A lot of keg beer for us.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm just saying, man, like things could look a lot different right now if we win that game that night. And I think the season turns out a lot different for us. And I think people are talking differently about Matt Rule. But again, I digress. That's a whole conversation. Everyone's going to have their opinion. again, I just think there's a lot of different angles you got to look at it from. That's just kind of the reality of the situation. But anyway, Kale, it's been a pleasure, man. I don't know if you have anything else to add to today's episode. It was a good episode. I think we conquered a lot today. I
enjoyed the coach thing.
Always a pleasure, man. Always fun.
Camera worked this time.
Always fun. The camera's working.
I figured out what the issue was. I had a low battery in there, and I thought I
got a new shirt.
I did.
I had a 7-Up Ghost. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And we're going to wrap up this episode. And
can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
If you guys liked us doing that little pressure thing or with the coaches or stuff like that, we'll
let us
know.
Do
more. Yeah.
Let us know.
We'll just do it more. I mean, I don't know.
Or we'll just do it and not even care what you guys say.
I care.
Even if
I care. Don't worry.
Even if you say it sucks, we're going to do it.
So.
Anyway.
Jeez.
Anyway, it's been a fun time today. Appreciate everyone who takes time out of their day to listen to us ramble about football and whatever else comes to mind. And
it's like our useless assumptions.
Yeah.
I see what I did there.
Yeah, it's our useless football assumptions.
I hope you guys like that one.
we appreciate each and every one of you, again, that takes the time out of your day to support us, however that may be. We put a lot of time and effort into this, so we appreciate that. Go on and give Agent Life Media Group a follow, a like, and a share. Give this episode a like, a follow, and a share. Check out the other podcasts, Touch and Base, Useless Assumptions, Talking Dirt. They're all great. Give them a like and a follow. And until next time, peace out. Bye.
Peace out. Bye.